سلام دوستان عزیز، وقتتون بخیر. امروز در خدمت ماهرخ عزیز هستیم. ماهرخ دوره آیلتس رو با ما سپری کرده و 10 روز دیگه اسپیکینگ آیلتس داره. نمرش رو حدس بزنید، ببینید که نقاط قوتش چیه، نقاط ضعفش چیه. به نظر من این روزها یکی از بهترین شاگردهای ما هستش و دقت کنید که سوالات رو چجوری جواب میده، چقدر کوتاه یا بلند به هر سوال جواب میده. از این جهت این ماک با ماهرخ میتونه حائز اهمیت باشه که ما کمتر از 1 ماه دیگه نمره ماهرخ رو منتشر خواهیم کرد و اونجا دستتون میاد که چقدر میتونه حدسیات شما نزدیک باشه به نتایجی که بچه‌ها در آزمون واقعی میگیرن. Hello ماهرخ, how are you?
Hello. Thank you. I'm okay.
Mahrukh, so let's start the speaking test, talking about the first part. I want you to talk about your school. Could you please describe your first school?
Well, my first school was quite big. I lived abroad back then, so there were a lot of international students there. And it was actually a challenge for me communicating with them. But when I want to talk about the building, it was amazing. A big building with a big yard, a lot of open spaces.
Thank you. How did you travel to your school?
Back then I went by bike, but right now I don't go to school, but a few years later I went by car all the time.
So what did you enjoy the most at school?
Just being around kids was amazing. You know, I am an extrovert, so I like to hang out with different people, get to know their perspective, and just playing with them was awesome.
Would you say it was a good school?
It was a great school. I love my teachers. They taught me a lot of things, both morally and practically. And I still remember some of their teachings right now, so I guess that's a good aspect.
Let's talk about wildlife. Where in your country should one go to see the wildlife?
Well, I haven't been to those places yet, but I know there are some untouched forests in the north of Iran, and also some deserts in near middle of the country. I don't have much information. I haven't been to those, but I know there exists.
What other countries would you like to visit to see the wildlife?
I think Canada would be great. I love those big forests. The weather is cold, and I think they have a lot of bears there, which are my favorite animals. So I would probably choose to go there.
Why do you think some people are interested in visiting wildlife, especially animals?
I think the way animals are created, their way to contribute to life is just amazing. There are a varied range of them, and each one of them is special in their own way. Just looking at them, the way they make food for themselves, the way they contribute to life is astonishing.
Do you like to experience a night spending in wildlife?
Okay, that would be quite dangerous. I'm actually really scared of those wild animals, so I wouldn't probably go on with making those decisions. However, I know there are some parts of Africa where you can have those kind of experiences, be in the middle of the jungle and in deserts with all those wild animals. And there are ways that they protect human beings from not experiencing too dangerous experiences. So when the place is, when there's a convenient and good place for it, then I would probably try it once.
It's like about having camping and barbecue. Do you have any memories of barbecue nights?
Oh, absolutely. After the pandemic, we're having barbecue nights every week in our house. So we have a very big balcony where we tend to eat and make certain dishes. after the pandemic, as I mentioned, a lot of our family members come over every once in a while to have a picnic here.
So how often do you have barbecue nights?
As I said, once a week probably right now. Before the pandemic, it was less, but we don't have so much outdoor activities now, so we just tend to be in our house and have some picnics.
What is the dish you like the most on barbecue nights?
I love grilled chicken. That would be probably my most favorite. I actually love everything that gets barbecued. I think just the taste of that smokiness to it is interesting. And I love food in general, so I eat whatever is barbecued as long as it's there.
Thank you so much. Okay, I want you to talk about a town or city you would like to work in. Okay, so I want you to talk about this topic for 1 to 2 minutes, so don't worry if I stop you. Let's start.
Okay, one city that I really like to work is Delft. It's located in the middle of Netherlands, as far as I know. And I would like to continue my studies and then eventually work there because, first of all, the university located in Delft is an amazing one. Especially for my major, it's one of the world's top, most interesting places to study architecture. So I would like to start there just by being, getting my degree. But afterwards, I just think that Netherlands is an amazing destination for people who want to live in a country that is both really natural. You know, in Netherlands they always travel by bicycle, so there aren't so much crowd and overly populated cities. There's not much pollution, which is amazing. But I also like the job opportunities available there, especially for my major. There are a lot of different companies that I can choose from. In addition, there are also great architects who live there, and I would love to learn from them and their experiences, their point of view towards design is something that I look forward to.
آیلتس میکس متفاوت ترین آکادمی آنلاین زبانهای خارجی در ایران. یک بار برای همیشه در کنار شما هستیم.